Hey everyone, I am Nate and welcome to HiPub. In today's video, we are going to be doing the top 10 weirdest sports of all time. In at number 10 is the sport of wife carrying. Starting in Finland in 1992, a male contestant must race through an obstacle course with a female companion added. The course is over 250 meters long, with the fastest time being 55.5 seconds in 2000. With there being a variety of different holding techniques, this race is an excellent chance to get closer and bond with your wife. In at number 9 is log rolling. Are you fast on your feet and have good balance? Well, this sport might be for you. Two players compete against each other on a log that is floating in water. There they must spin, kick, jump or use any other technique at their disposal to try and knock their player off. Don't worry though, it's first to 3 of 5 rounds to be awarded the victor. In at number 8 is toe wrestling. The UK was teased for not having any world champions back in the 70s, so they invented a sport so that they could be the best at it. It's kind of sad actually. Anyway, similar to arm wrestling, competitors must interlock toes and try to trap their opponent's foot. To make the challenge a little weirder, it's good etiquette to remove your opponent's shoe and sock before the competition begins. In at lucky number 7 is bathtub racing. Starting in 1967 in British Columbia, the sport was a way of increasing the number of people that would venture to the local area. Held at the end of July, people in bathtubs raced the 58-kilometer stretch of water with nothing but a paddle in hand. This weird race has resulted in races also occurring in America and in New Zealand. In at number 6 is cheese rolling. The competition is very simple. An approximate 4-kilogram wheel of cheese is rolled down a hill and people chase after it to try and catch it. Whoever gets to the bottom of the hill first wins the wheel of cheese. To make it even harder, the wheel can reach speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour, and groups of people are injured each year because of how steep the hill is. In at halfway at number 5 is bow tao-shi. Have you ever played capture the flag in games like Call of Duty, Halo or even Overwatch? Well, this is kind of like a real life version of the game, but one team has 150 people. Teams are broken into attackers and defenders, and the entire goal is to try and push over the other team's pole. This is no easy game though. Not only is this played in Japanese schools, but people can walk away with torn clothes, scratches, bruises, and all the way up to broken bones. In at 4th place is gurning. If one is to gurn or chuck, it means to pull a face, and there are even gurning contests around the world. No one actually knows why gurning started, but it could have started all the way back in 1267 at the rural English fairs. If one is to be a successful gurner, it's advised that you must be able to lift your bottom lip up and over your nose. In at 3rd place is extreme ironing. Made it to the top 3. What a world. This is pretty easy to explain. Unique individuals try to achieve wrinkle-free shirts in extreme locations. Starting in the 80s, the extreme sport has resulted in clothes being ironed at the base camp of Mount Everest, underwater, while skydiving, during marathons, on cliffs, and also sometimes done in large groups. In at number 2 is the BIRDMAN rally. It's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's your neighbor Bob with wings. This competition is where members of the public jump off a jetty with their homemade wings or a glider and try to fly or glide for the longest distance. Starting in the UK in 1971, it's now also played in Australia, Japan and China, and is even sponsored by Red Bull. Before we reveal what number 1 is, what do you guys think of the list so far? Have you heard of any of these sports? We'd love to hear from you in the comment section down below, as well as what do you think the number 1 weirdest sport of all time is? Let us know. In at number 1 for the weirdest sport of all time is SEPAK TAKRAW. I may have butchered that and I apologize in advance. Played in Southeast Asia, the game basically translates to kick volleyball, meaning no one is allowed to touch the ball with their hands, which is the complete opposite of normal volleyball. Teams of 3 must use every other part of their body to get the smaller and harder ball over a net, and the ball touching the ground results in a point being lost. Besides Southeast Asia, it's also played in Canada, Japan and the US. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out these other videos over here. I'm Nate, this is HiPub, and we'll see you all next time.